Please welcome to the stage, Executive Chair of Boise Young Professionals, Stephanie Young.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the 14th Annual Boise Young Professionals Gala and Young Professional Awards, now in its all-new and shiny virtual format, presented by Northwest Nazarene University. My name is Stephanie Young. I am a Business Relationship Officer with Idaho Central Credit Union, and I'm also the Executive Chair of Boise Young Professionals. We are live at Valiant Production Studio, and I hope you have a glass of your favorite beverage to raise as we honor the young, amazing people who dedicate their time and talents to helping Boise grow into the best city it can be. And since we are live, I would love for you to use the comment section to share your favorite thing about BYP, or you can give a shout out to the award finalists and winners that we'll announce today. I also want to make sure you know you have the opportunity to win a few really cool raffle prizes. If you registered for today's gala, you should have received a watch party game in your email. The game is also available on the BYP blog at boiseyp.org. As you watch the gala today, pay attention to words, phrases, or opportunities to get involved so that you can mark off squares on your card. When your card is complete, email it as a picture or a document to byp@boisechamber.org to be entered into a drawing to win one of the raffle prizes. If you're a winner, we will notify you by email. Before we get too far into the program, there are some key sponsors we would like to thank. As with all of our BYP programs, we wouldn't be here without these generous companies. Our presenting sponsor today is Northwest Nazarene University. Thank you, NNU, for your continued support of this celebration. We also want to thank our gala sponsors, Micron Technology and United Heritage Insurance. And a big thank you to our video sponsors, Boise Cascade Company, Boise Center, and Holly Troxel. I'd like to share a video from Mark Wheeler, the Vice President for External Relations at NNU.
You are more than potential.
You are the fulfillment of a promise.
Your very existence is a great gift brought forth by divine love and wisdom.
You are here to make the most of that gift.
You are here for good.
This is more than an education.
It is a transformation.
So rise and shine.
Answer the call.
Live, learn, and lead.
Be a beacon and share the great redeeming force of compassionate service.
The world is waiting for you because there is only one you.
And you are the reason we are here.
Good evening. Welcome to the 2020 Boise Young Professionals Gala. Although this year's gala, like so many things over the past 6 months, will look and feel different, we're excited once again to partner with BYP in sponsoring our 12th gala. This evening is about you, and the impact you are each having within your respective spheres of influence and within the Boise Valley and beyond. We're a stronger, more diverse and resilient community because each of you has chosen to invest in yourselves and our community. In short, we're a better community because each of you are here. At some point in the future, you may find yourself pursuing continuing education, a certification program, your MBA, or a host of other advanced degrees. When that day comes, we would be honored if you would let NNU share with you some of their unique and exceptional academic offerings. But enough of the sales pitch. Now it's time to celebrate you. From everyone at Northwest Nazarene University, thanks for being part of the Boise Valley, and thanks for being you.
In a normal year, I would ask you to look around at our beautiful space, take in the tables, the decorations, the catered dinner. But 2020 is different for all of us. We chose the gala theme, A Whole New World, because we know this year is so different. But that doesn't mean we can't share and celebrate together. This year, you didn't have to dress up to go to the gala. Instead, you could watch from the comfort of your couch with your jammies on. We'd love to see how you're celebrating for today's gala. Show us your pajama pants and slippers. Share pictures of your new world in the comments with the hashtag #WeAreBoiseYP so that we can feel like we're celebrating together. And even though we aren't all dressed up and in the same space, there was still a lot of coordination and planning that happened to bring this event to your computer screen. Thank you to the BYP Events Work Team for all their work in making this event happen. I would specifically like to thank Brenna Christensen and Whitney Stuhlman and applaud them for pivoting to a new format and planning a completely new event. Part of our shiny and new gala format is to bring you some words of advice and encouragement from one of our community leaders. BYP is lucky to have Boise legend, Ronda Conger, join us today as our keynote speaker. Some say she was raised by wolves and others claim truckers. No matter what her upbringing, this superwoman has flourished in a male-dominated industry for 27 years. As Vice President of CBH Homes, Idaho's largest home builder, Ronda leads the CBH troops daily and has overseen all areas of the company for the past 17 years. As a businesswoman, professional speaker, and author, Ronda is on a mission to spread a movement with her 3 books, Better Human, Better Thinking, and her newest book, You Go First, Become the Leader Your Team Needs. I've read those books, they're great. It's been rumored her high energy and passion come from shotgunning Red Bulls daily, but she'll tell you it comes from her incredibly hot husband, Jim Conger, just ask her, and 2 sons. She thanks the heavens every day for this incredible journey and is so grateful for the opportunity to serve and love all those that she comes in contact with. Ronda, thank you for joining us.
My goodness. Can you believe that we're doing this virtual? Like, come on. I can't even stand myself right now. I am so excited to hang with all of you Boise Young Professionals. I'm a really big fan of this whole thing on what you've got going on, and here's why. You have chosen to do something different, something more. Belong to this amazing group where you get smarter, you get better. If you've heard me speak, you know how I feel about that whole word better, and you're doing it. So buckle up. We are going to have a flat good time. Although when I walked into the studio, I did learn there's a murmur going on that we are on Facebook Live. So I will keep it clean. I can be somewhat of a sailor, but I will keep it clean for all of you today. So first things first, before I speak, before I present, no matter where I am, whether I'm with the company, CBH Homes, whether I'm on the road, wherever I am, I start every single presentation the same way. So if you've heard me speak before, you know what I'm getting ready to say, and here it is. I'm so glad that you are all here with me today, and that you've chosen to jump on, that you've chosen to be here, that you've chosen to be a part of Boise Young Professionals. But here's the deal. So this talk is for your whole life. Yes, this is a professional event and all that good stuff, but this talk is for your whole life. So here's what I want you to do. Nick Saban, this is where I learned this whole so glad you are here. This is where I learned it from. I heard him speak a couple of years ago at a thing called LeaderCast. Look it up. It's amazing. And this is what he spoke about. He said this. He said that Every morning, the Blue Angels come together as a group, right? The pilots. And they sit down, and before they start their day, before they start the meeting, they turn to the pilot to the left, they turn to the pilot to the right, and they say, "So glad you're here." Now more than ever, that's one of the most powerful things that you could say. So I hope that you pick up this small little habit and you start using it. Right? That you start saying, so, tonight when maybe your spouse or your friend or your family or your roommate or whoever it is walks in, you're going to say right when they walk in the door, whether it's your children, whatever, and you're going to say, "So glad you're here." Think about that powerful. How about in the morning when you get up? How about when the next time you're on a Zoom call, right? Because that's the world we're living in right now. You're on a Zoom call, right? Before it starts, hello, let's get this going. Let's get this meeting. You're going to stop and say, can you just hold on and can you say, "So glad you're here"? Think about how important that is. So homework already. So glad you're here. Tell your friends, tell your family. So this topic today is so relevant, right? New world, new you. How we're going to survive, adapt, advance, and thrive, because that's all that I want for you. Those 4 things, right? That's the look that we're going through, right? I'm going to share with you, when COVID hit in March and as a company, as a leader and with my team at CBH Homes, we kind of had to really look at this and say, what's this going to look like for us? How are we going to handle this? What are we going to do? And so that's what I'm going to share with you from a personal leadership, right? From my perspective, from our team, from all of that, because I think it's really, really important that we kind of all come together and we just kind of make sure that we're going in the right direction, because I want to make sure that you are always moving forward. Are you with me? Always moving forward. Before I begin, I hope that you have a pen and paper or your keyboard and some notes up on your screen, whatever that looks like to you, because I hope that you're taking notes, because you're those kind of people, right? Or you wouldn't be hanging with me today. You're one of those type of people that like to learn and grow and do really amazing things. So, because then the other thing, you have to understand, everything that I'm getting ready to share with you, I'm just paying forward. That's all I'm doing. It's things that I've listened to, that I've read, that I've watched, a virtual conference, whatever it is. And all I'm doing is paying it forward to you. And so I want you to do the same thing. And in order to do that, you need to write things down. You need to type things out, right? So that when you go have coffee this Saturday, when you sit down at dinner, maybe tonight or tomorrow night, or you're in a meeting, that you can pay it forward, because that's all this is. So let's get to it. So I said, if you think about it, when COVID hit in March for us as a community, as a team, as a company, I want you to know the first thing I thought of is that there's no playbook for this. There's no playbook for this. I've never been through anything like this. I literally have never seen anything like this, obviously. And so what are we going to do? What is this going to look like? But that was my most important thing. So I don't want someone to think, oh, did she Google this? Did she look this up? How is she deciding on what to do or how we're going to do it? But here's what we decided. So at CBH, we decided that we needed kind of this rallying cry, this mantra, this motto, in order to kind of keep pushing us forward as we adapt and change and all these things. And this is what it was. We decided there were just going to be 4 things that we stayed focused on at all times, right? First things first, we want to survive. Second, we realized that we had to adapt. That's what we're doing right here, by the way. This is what Boise Young Professional is doing. How they normally do their gala is completely different to how they're doing it right now. They adapted. They didn't stop. So thank you for that, right? They adapted. And then the next thing what you do, you advance, right? You advance and then you thrive. You keep moving forward. I hope that you've written those 4 things down, because that's what I hope for you. And I really want you to get to that last one, because that's when it gets really, really good if you do it right. So survive, adapt, advance, thrive. So I love this story, and I'm sure if some of you have seen the movie Mr. Rogers, that guy that, the cardigan, whole button-up kid thing, you know what he does. You know who he is. And if you don't, Google him, because he is an amazing man. And I love this story. It goes like this. So when he was a young boy, he was with his mother, okay? And unfortunately, they had seen this really bad accident. accident. So they're on the, they're on the road and they're watching this whole thing unfold, and it's just crazy. And it's bad. It's horrible, right? And I love him. He's scared. He's anxious. He's fearful. And he turns to his mother and it's like, what do we do? What do we do? This is horrible. And this is hard and all those things. And I love what she said to him. She said, look for the doers. Look for the helpers. Look for the positive ones. This is what this whole thing is going to be about, right? For you in this new world, in this new whole way of the way we're running our lives and the things that we're doing, right? You have to make sure that you're one of the doers. You have to make sure that you're one of the helpers, that you're one of the positive ones, because that's the look that we're going for, right? The anxious, the fearful, the mad, the angry, all those other things that you see don't help or serve you or anyone around you. So I want to know if you're a doer. I want to know if you're a helper, if you're one of the positive ones, because here's what you need to know. We need you. This world needs you now more than ever. Now more than ever. So I tell this story that happened to me personally a few years ago. And yes, that is a plane with lightning hit it and all that good stuff. So I'm on an airplane. There's about 10 of us. And we hit incredibly bad turbulence. So bad. Okay? So we're dropping 20, 30, 40 feet over and over and over again. It was horrible. There's no way to sugarcoat that at all. And you have to understand, there's this woman sitting next to me on the plane. And I was sitting there doing a whole lot of praying, let's be honest, right? But just like thoughts are positive, thoughts are things, keep myself together, sitting there, right? All those things. Because the pilot keeps coming on and the pilot keeps saying, I'm trying to find smooth air. Please stay calm. I'm trying to, figure out how to, go around this turbulence. He's doing everything in his power. He kept communicating to us and I loved it. Loved this pilot, needless to say. But this lady just kept screaming at the top of her lungs. And she keeps saying, we're all going to die. We're all going to die. Ah! She's screaming. And next thing I know, she's like pulling her hair. It was crazy. It was just absolute shit show. I can't even explain it to you. Crazy. So here's the deal. About halfway through the flight, this lady turns to me and she says, what is wrong with you? I was like, come again? What? What do you mean? What's wrong? What's wrong? She's like, why aren't you yelling? Why aren't you screaming? Why aren't you losing your mind? And I said, first things first, do you honestly think it's helping? Do you honestly think that any of that is helping you or anyone else on this plane? Because it's not. And number two, it's not the look I'm going for. I want to be the positive one. I want to be a leader. I want to be someone worth following. And those actions right there, right then, they aren't helping. So to me, it's a great reminder right here, right now, as we're going through these extraordinary times. What are you doing? How are you behaving? How are you acting? How are you holding yourself? Are you the lady or the lady or gentleman yelling and screaming and running around? Or are you the calm one? Are you the positive one? Are you the helper? Right? Because you got to remember, you're going to be remembered one way or the other. And here's what I want for you. I want you to lead, right? One of my favorite things right now, and I talk about this so like all over right now because it's such a hot topic, leading through extraordinary times, because I look at all of you as leaders. And I want you to lead through these extraordinary times. I want you to inspire us, to push us, right? Like I want you to be one to follow. Because when we get all through this, I want to know, do you feel good about how you handled yourself? Do you feel good about this new world and this new you? What does that look like? So let's talk about you. So yes, these are hard times. Yes, these are different times. Yes, there are new ways. I have done more virtual speaking than I've ever done. Could you imagine if I said, I know this is a new world. I know these are different times, but no, I refuse to do virtual. I refuse to speak. I will only do it in public. What? No. I had to adapt to this new reality. And I have to tell you, I'm loving it. It's amazing. But you have to make sure during these times, I kind of put together like this 10-point checklist for you, right? That I use personally for myself because I am just like you. I am just like you. We all want the same thing, by the way. Right? We all want the same thing. We want to be leaders. We want to be thriving. We want to be positive. We want to make a difference. You, me, same. Absolute same. So here's 10 things, just really quick, in my opinion, for you to focus on. They're not hard. They're not rocket scientists. They're easy. Are you ready? So number 1, guard with your life. Guard. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you letting in? If it's the news, if it's negativity, stop. Block phone numbers, unsubscribe, turn off the news, do what you must, but guard. Because right now you have a lot coming at you and I want you to protect, right? Fill your tank all day long. Now go the opposite way. You need to subscribe and listen to everything and anything that fills your tank. Right? Because that's so important. How about breathe? Sometimes we're running so hot and we're anxious or we're scared or we're fearful or things are hard and you forget to breathe. Even your watch tells you to breathe. It's good advice, by the way. Try it. Focus on the positive. There's always positive. There is always positive. Right? How about this? Do what you can. Maybe there's all these things that you can't do. And sometimes for some reason we want to focus on all those things we can't do. I want you to focus on what you can do. That's all that matters right now. What can you do? Lift others. That's all I'm doing right here, right now with you. Lift others. How about you be that person, right? When you share this weekend or when you go have dinner with your family and your friends, you're going to lift others. You're going to help others. You're going to be the light. Be the light, not the darkness. Show the way. I wrote a whole book about you go first because everyone is watching you and waiting to see what you're going to do. We can hardly wait, right? What are you going to do? So I spoke to Boise State University Women in Leadership last week, and I love this. So I did this whole thing with them, this 10. And on the side comments, I loved what it said. They said, uh-oh, I think Ronda is telling us not to doom scroll. They're correct. I am telling you to knock it off. Unsubscribe, change your scrolling, don't scroll, whatever that is, because that is filling your tank with the wrong stuff. No more doom scrolling. Protect yourself. I have someone comes in all the time to me. Hey, have you seen this? Have you watched that? Did you see that on the news? Did you see that on Twitter? Can you believe that happened? And I always go, no. Nope. I didn't see any of it. Not watching any of that. Right? Doesn't do anything for me. It has nothing to do with me. No. No, no, no. I guard and protect everything that I watch, listen to, read, all that good stuff. So this is kind of interesting, and this is kind of talking about the virtual world. So I love this. I kind of want to know what it feels like to exchange with you in the virtual world. So there's my number 1 question. Are you ready for this? What's your keyboard personality? Because your keyboard personality, I have found, at times is very different than interacting with you in person. And I want you to be careful about that in this new world, in this new you, right? Because people aren't seeing you face to face, right? Aren't talking to you, right? In that way, they're getting a lot of emails from you. They're getting a lot of texts from you. So I want to know, what's your keyboard personality? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you short? Are you curt? I'll never forget. There was a gentleman. It was like, I would get emails from him and they were like 3 words if I was lucky. And I was like, yeah, this guy's kind of a jerk. Like, no, like nothing, right? I was like, what the heck? I remember then meeting him in person. I'm like, I love this guy. He's amazing. And finally I had to say, what's up with your emails? And he's like, oh, I hate them. I don't even like to do them. And I was like, yeah, but you risk back, right? That's you, and that's a bad representation of you. I also got asked the other day, why do you put so many exclamation points in your email? And I was like, well, A, I drink too much Red Bull, evidently. No. B, I'm just really excited, and I want to make sure that that comes through when I'm emailing and talking, because that's who I am. So will you just do me a favor, and will you check your personality, your keyboard personality? Will you add a get crazy and add a please in there? How about a thank you for fun? How about a love? I sign every think love wins. Getting crazy. But will you do it? Will you check yourself? Because here's the deal. My favorite quote, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I want people to know who you are virtually, and I want people to know who you are in person. Because here's the deal. You've got to understand that if I told you what leadership is in a simple sentence, this would be it. Leadership is a transfer of emotion. You all are leaders. We all are leaders, by the way. Every human, in my opinion, is a leader. They're in charge of leading themselves. They're in charge of leading whatever position they've chosen. They're in charge of leading whatever community, family, friends, whatever it is. We're all leaders. And all leadership is a transfer of emotion. So if I'm happy, you're happy. If I'm sad, you're sad. If I'm mad, you're mad. You can test it 7 ways to Sunday, and it will come true every single time. So what emotions are you transferring during this new world? What does it feel like to hang out with you? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you excited? Are you fearful? What emotion are you transferring? Because I'll tell you this, the greatest predictor of your success is your level of optimism. And right now, you're going to be tested, right? I wish you could all raise your hand and tell me how tested you all are on your daily optimism level, right? Every single day, you have all these things coming at you, new things, hard things, different things. I don't want to. I like that. I was comfy. Why does that have to change? You have all these things coming at you. So I want to know, how's your optimism level? Because it is your greatest predictor of your success level. So I'm reading this amazing book right now because, I'm a book junkie straight up. So hopefully you are reading it, you have seen it, now you'll pick it up, whatever it is. And it's Bob Iger, the CEO of Walt Disney, and it's called The Ride of a Lifetime. I get to the quote in this book, and I have to tell you, I want a tattoo. I want to put it everywhere. It's that amazing. Are you ready? You have 2 choices. Just 2. 2 choices. You can adapt and prosper, or you can fight and perish. It's really simple. Right here, right now, in these times, I need you focused in the right lane, right? So I want you in the lane of I'm going to adapt, I'm going to change, I'm going to move, I'm going to tweak whatever I'm doing, and I'm going to prosper. Because if you stay over here and you keep fighting this new world, you keep fighting the changes, you will perish. I was with someone the other day and they said, oh, I just wish we'd get back to normal. We are going to have a new normal, so stop saying that. It won't look like that. It won't be like that. And I have to tell you, there's been some really good things out of this. So I hope that we keep moving forward. I hope that you wrote this down and that you're making a decision every single day. Am I going to adapt or am I going to fight? Am I going to adapt or am I going to fight? So the word that should be associated with everything that's going on in the world today should be accelerate. Please write that down. Please type that. Do whatever you must. The word is accelerate. Because here's the deal. Anything that you were going to do in 5 years, let's talk about companies, teams, processes, right? This virtual speaking, whatever you want to use, it has now been accelerated. You are doing it right here, right now. I know for CBH Homes as a company, as a team, we've accelerated so many of our processes, so many of the way we're doing things. You know, you can buy a home online. You can tour a home without a realtor or a sales agent on your own. You can plug into the app, get a code, and in you go. Right? These things have been accelerated, and we're seeing accelerated results. I talked to another company today, and they said, do you realize that in 5 years, our 5-year plan was for us to sell our building and go virtual? Do you realize we're doing it right now? Who would have thought? We thought that that was unobtainable. We thought that no one would be ready for it. We thought that we had to kind of hold on to this building and do everything that we're doing, and that we had to wait 5 years. This change has been amazing for us as a company, as a team. We've gone virtual and we're thriving. So I kind of want to know, are you thinking about what can I accelerate? What can I do? Right? Whether that's in your position, whether that's how you do things, whatever that is, the company, your industry. Because if you look around, everyone is scrambling to figure out how to accelerate, right? How to be relevant, how to stay current. And I hope that, especially for all of you as Boise Young Professionals, I would assume and hope, both those words, right? Because I assume that you're super smart, and I hope that you are like excited, just as excited as I am, for these kind of accelerated new way of doing things, the accelerated results. So look around, because it's pretty fun. Because here's the deal. Do you realize that Google, which just blows my mind, I love this. Do you realize that Google will only hire someone who is a learning animal? Are you a learning animal? Right? They'll only hire someone who's a learning animal, which means that you have to be someone that is willing to adapt, willing to change, willing to learn something, like willing to be humble enough to say, okay, I've learned a lot and I'm good. I'm either good at my position, I'm good at what I do, I've either gone to college or to school, or I've obtained this certificate, or whatever it is that you've done, and you're really good. But you also hopefully understand, and this is why I think Google asks this of all their employees, you also completely understand that you're far from done. I'm far from done. I have so much work to do. I'm a full-time job. I am just getting this party started. If you saw the number of books that I read, the conferences, the podcasts, everything that I listen to, it's because I realize I have so much more to be, so much more to do. In order to have all of that, I need to be a learning animal. And that's what I want for you. I want you to kind of, instead of fighting all of this, instead of like complaining about it, instead of being like negative through all of these times, I want you to say, no, I'm going to use this time to get better. I'm going to use this time to get smarter. I'm going to be a learning animal. Because we need you in order for all of us to keep moving forward, in order for you to keep moving forward, because I always say that's the look I'm going for, is to keep moving forward, we have to be really smart, right? They always say you'll never be the same once you've read a book, because it's opened your eyes, it's opened your mind, it's changed the way you thought. And then, right? So hopefully your first book will be Ride of a Lifetime, the one I just told you about, because that is a flat good book, like amazing. I'm going to give you a download page at the very end of all of this, because I want to share some of these things with you. And one of those will be the books that I love. And then, of course, Ride of a Lifetime. Because I think it's really, really important in this new world that we stay relevant, that we stay current, that we're ready to accelerate with everything else. So if I had to say, what can you do right here, right now? What can you do? That's the question I ask. Improve what you do. right? As a human, as a person, as, in your position, in your career, in the company, really look at that and say, what can we do? What can we improve? How about this? Find new and better ways. That's what a new world looks like. That's what a new you looks like. That's what all these companies are doing. I think I already referenced, we have buy online. We have go into a house whenever you damn well please. That is what we're talking about. Find new, better ways. Keep pushing forward. Yourself, your family, your team, keep pushing forward. That's what you can do. Instead, stay out of that other place, right? The fighting, the stopping, the quitting, right? The complaining, the angry, the anxious, wanting all of this to end. Be clear, we all do. But in the meantime, I just want you to stay in the correct space, and I want you to keep pushing forward. So, John Gordon, I'm a huge fan of John Gordon. You have to know that. And the Survive Advance, that all came from John Gordon. We had him in as a keynote speaker last year, and we read both of his book, The Power of a Positive Team and The Power of Positive Leadership. If you have not read them, please do. You'll thank me later. Please do. And this is what I said. So he says, when you're going through a crisis, right, there's just some key things that you need to do. And I loved this one so much. This is what he says. Point towards the positive. Point towards the positive. It's easy. It's easy to complain. That's the easiest thing you'll do today. I want to know what's going really great in your world. I want to make you dig deep sometimes when you don't want to, right? I want you to point towards the positive for yourself, for your team, for your company, for your families, for our community. Think about that. I asked the other day, someone said, what could we do? What could we do as a community? What could we do better on? And I said, just be nice. How about that? Point towards the positive. Keep showing us that we're winning, that we're moving forward, because that's all that we're looking for. So I'm going to show you a document. So Tara Christensen, been with me for 21 years. She's my personal cheerleader. I just love her. And she let me share this next document with you because I think it's genius and I love, love, love it. It's also in your downloads, but this is what it looks like. So I love this. So she keeps this in Google Drive. It's called 2020 Wins, and it's by month. And basically what she's done is she keeps track of everything that she's created, right, that she's proud of as a person or as a team or as us as a company by month, right? And so what happens is that you're focused on the positive. Could you imagine if it was list like the 2020 things I suck at, and then you listed those every month? No. I want you to seriously, I would love for all of you to do this one thing. If you took one thing away from this whole presentation, I hope it's this. I hope it's this, because here's why it's the game changer. You keep track of your wins, and what happens is you want to get another one, and you're excited about that, and then you understand that you're doing good things, so you do more good things. It's literally a law, right? And the other thing that happens, if you do quarterly reviews, if you do a yearly review, right, with your team, with your boss, or whatever it is, you can whip out this piece of paper and say, hey, I don't want to suffer from recency, and I don't want to forget. So here is literally all the things that I've done this year that I'm proud of, that I'm excited about, because I guarantee you have forgotten all of your greatness, right? Probably the people around you have forgotten about all of your greatness, because we kind of have this habit of just done, move next, instead of stopping and saying, hold on, we did some really great things. I know that you all are doing really great things, and I want you to keep them front and center, so it helps keep you positive. It helps keep you focused on your wins. This is the look that I'm going for. So would you do me a favor if you took one thing away? Create this document for yourself. I want to know what your wins are this year, because man, I know there's going to be a lot of them. Okay, so that's one positive technique. How about this one? Mother Teresa, of course, we brought her to the party. Why wouldn't we? So practice uncommon appreciation. Do you realize there is more hunger for love and appreciation in this world than there is for bread? What? Think about that. We all want to be loved, and we all want to be appreciated. And right now, it seems like that's the one thing that's kind of flown out the door, right? Because we're so hung up on the news and our feeds and everything that's going on that we're forgetting to pay attention to all the things that matter and to give love and gratitude so you stay in that space. So let me give you a couple of ideas. One, you could put a sticky on your computer that says, have I given out enough love and gratitude today? How about that? Stick that right on your computer so you're forced to look at it every day. How about my trick, which I learned from John Maxwell a bajillion years ago? And this is what he said. Okay, hold on. Lindsay, thank you for putting that on your 2020 list. I just saw that. It's hard to focus over here. Like I've got all this great chatter going on, so stay with me. But Lindsay, I love that. Yes. So here is the deal. This is what I want you to know. John Maxwell taught me this a long time ago. I'm going to give it all to you today. I take 10 note cards. I usually have them floating somewhere around me. I'm a pro now. I'm pro grade. But when I first started this trick, this is what I did. I would take 10 note cards and I'd put them underneath my phone or near my phone or whatever I see every single day. And by the end of the week, so if that was on a Monday, by the end of the week, I had to literally write 10 love and gratitude cards to people in my life. Didn't matter who, personal, business, friends, family, whatever that looks like, right? And send them out. Because that's amazing. You realize what happens then when you send all that? You create this whole tidal wave. Do you understand? Because then all of a sudden someone gets that card, they read it, and then they're like, oh, I need to give some love and appreciation. I need to write a card. And then all of a sudden they start sending out cards and love and appreciation. Focus on the positive right now and give some love. Right? A sticky on your phone, on your bathroom mirror, wherever you want it, that says, have I given out enough love and appreciation today? Because all we need to do, we need to fill your tank and others. That's all this is. This is everything that I'm talking about, right? I want to fill your tank today, and then I hope that you go home and you go back to work or whatever it is, and you just keep filling everyone else's as well, with your love, with your gratitude, with your wins, with your optimism, right? Oh, your positivity, all those things, the things that you're pointing towards. That's all this is about. So I'm going to tell you 4 things that I firmly believe in and ideas from our team, CBH, that our team does, and I love this. So the first one is, if you've heard the story about my second book, which is Better Thinking, Think Better, Be Better. So roughly 15 years ago, I decided that I needed some sort of quote, thought, message every single morning to start my day to make sure that my head was in the right space. So I started just emailing my team at CBH. There was about 100. And every morning at 4, 5, 6 a.m., whenever I wake up, I literally, whatever I was thinking that day, I would send out a quote. But the funny thing happened is that all of a sudden I'd get an email or a text message. Hey, can you add my wife? She really needs this. Can you add my father? Can you add my mother, my sister, my uncle, my kid? And I realized that we all need this. And so that was 15 years ago. That list has grown to thousands upon thousands because we're all looking for the same thing. We need something to start our day, to focus on, to fill our tank, to focus on the positive. So I still do it today. I don't buy a list. I don't go out there. If you've ever seen my quotes, come on now. I put my Panda Express fortune, whatever was on my Lululemon bag when I bought my leggings. Like, come on. It's whatever inspires me. How about weekly videos? Because of COVID and I couldn't see my team, it bothered me. I wanted to make sure that I stayed connected. So I started doing weekly videos. That's my office. I'm in my office sharing a quick 8, 7, 6, 10-minute video, focusing on the positive and telling them how much I love them. The next one, I think anyone could do this. I firmly believe any of these things that I'm talking about, anyone could do this. Leadership coffee. So every single month, I hold a leadership coffee for my team. It's completely voluntary, whatever you want to do. If you want to come, if you want to learn, if you want to grow on this journey with me, I'm literally probably going to share with you a book that I'm reading, a conference I've attended, a podcast, whatever it is, right? And we're going to get together, we're going to drink some coffee, and we're going to get smarter for about an hour, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Anyone can do this. You could grab your friends, your family, you could grab your coworkers, and you could start your own leadership coffee. In the download section that you're going to see at the very, very end here, I literally shared with you a sample of a leadership coffee agenda because I really want you to do that as well. We need it right here, right now. Weekly team huddles. Tara and her team are great about this. They huddle every Monday morning in front of that board. That's an actual photo of the crew. And this is what they do. Not only do they share what's important and what's coming down the pike at them this week, they share their wins. What? They share their wins. What are you excited for? What are you grateful for? What do you love? Remember, this is all about pointing towards the positive. That's all this is. Point towards the positive. There is so much goodness in our world, and sometimes we get a little off track. I want you back on track. So I saw this quote the other day. I sent it out on my Better Thinking, my daily quote. I, of course, have been sharing it with everyone and anyone I come in contact with because I love it. By activating your own goodness within, under any circumstances, any, especially in hard or difficult conditions, right? You know what I'm talking about. Life itself will lead to goodness. Because here's the deal. When things are going amazing, it's the easiest thing you'll do to be positive. Let's talk about the wins. Let's talk about the good stuff. This is so great. This is so easy. I love this. It's because you're winning. Anyone can do that, by the way. Anyone. What I want to know is that you and your foundational core of who you are cannot be shaken, cannot be disrupted, right? That you completely understand, that you decide, and that right here, right now, in hard times, you understand that this is the time when we need you the most is right here, right now. Giving out as much goodness, focusing on the positive, being excited about this new world, the new you. Think about that. Right? By activating your own goodness within, no matter what, I guarantee you, your life will go in that direction. So since I'm talking to professionals, right? All you Boise Young Professionals, you amazing, young, delicious people. Oh, I love you. I just love even the thought of you and everything that you're doing. Yes. Here's what I have to say to you, though. You have to understand that your mindset, not your skills. It's great that you're talented. God bless. Good for you. Good for you. But it's not what determines your success. It's your mindset. It's your way of thinking. It's your level of optimism. It's how you're handling yourself right here, right now. Are you leading us with your mindset? Would I be excited to hang with you today? Would I love your energy and your spirit? Would I love that you're focused on the positive? That's what I want to know, right? It's your mindset, not your skills, that's going to determine your success. And the faster you realize that, the further you'll go. So speaking of mindset, because I just love it. It's like my favorite thing. It's the one thing I can control. It's the one thing that I get to decide, right? I can't control that traffic light. I can't control the weather. Nothing. All I can control is this. So I think it's just, I love it. So I love a doctor that I need to share with you. It's Dr. Amen, Daniel Amen, the last name, Amen. What? Okay, love that too. But I love this doctor. I hope you follow him. I hope you get his books. He's got a TED Talk that is over the moon. We'll make sure that TED Talk gets on the downloads as well. My crew's like, what is she doing? We'll get that on there as well. Listens to a TED Talk, listen to him. So I love this. The other day I was listening to a podcast and he was a guest. And he said, I'm a brain doctor. I study brains all day long. And he says, I want to share with you my morning routine and my night routine. This is what I do as a brain doctor. So if you're not going to listen to me, at least listen to the brain doctor. Okay? Are you ready? And he says, I just do two simple things. So when I wake up in the morning, like laying in bed, don't you dare grab your phone. No, don't you grab your phone. You're laying in bed. You're opening your eyes. You're just getting started. This is what you're going to do. You're going to prime the pump. Right? And this is what he says. Your brain is waiting to be told what it's going to do today, how it's going to act. Do you love this? This is what a brain doctor is sharing with us. And he says, this is what you're going to do. You're going to lay there, you're going to open your eyes, and you're going to say, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Say it 1, 2, 3 times, and then I want you to finish that last sentence out with because. So for example, today, you know what I said? It's going to be a great day because I get to hang with BYP. I get to speak with all of you. I was beside myself. I woke up that way and my whole day has gone this way. So excited. Do you understand that sometimes we wake up, we grab our phone, oh God, we got to do this, we got to do that, and that email, and that Facebook, and blah, blah, blah. No, not you. Not you. You're going to leave your phone, you're going to stop for a second, and you're going to prime your brain for the positive. It's going to be a great day. And then at night, when you go to bed and you're laying there, right, you're going to say, what went well? You're going to focus on 1, 2, 3 things, whatever it is, what went well, because then you're going to be excited to get up in the morning and do it again. Do you understand everything that we're doing? Right? What went well? Because here's the deal. I want all of us, you, me, all of us, everyone, let's come out stronger. Let's come out better. Let's come out more grateful, full of love, pointing towards the positive, adapting, advancing, thriving, accelerating in all areas of your life. That's what I hope and wish for all of you, and you can do it. I have loved our time together. As promised, here is your download slide, byp.rondaconger.com. I'll load that baby up for you, all sorts of goodness, because I'm telling you, you are Boise Young Professional. Those are all like amazing things. You're delicious. You're doing big things. Be great, because man, I love you. Thanks so much.
She is so amazing, and what a message. So perfect for this year. What a year 2020 has been so far. We've had earthquakes, a worldwide pandemic, forest fires burning up and down the western coast, and then roadwork started that shut down our escape route to McCall. But even through all the craziness, BYP has kept going. Did you know that each year, Boise Young Professionals hosts more than 50 programs and events? And we haven't stopped since COVID shut down in-person events. BYP continues to give you innovative and fun ways to connect with others, learn from seasoned professionals, and grow your career. Only now we do this all for you virtually. When thinking about the BYP Gala this year, the planning team considered canceling the event. But we knew there was no way we could cancel this celebration of people who deserve the community's recognition. We wanted this gala to be a good reminder that we are all in this together and that we will get through all the craziness by supporting each other. I'm so happy that we can be here with you today to celebrate the BYP Young Professional Awards. Today, we will honor the 2020 winners for the Young Entrepreneur of the Year, the Best Next Generation Workplace, the Young Professional of the Year, the Young Leader of the Year, the Young Citizen of the Year, and the BYP Sage Award. The honorees for the Young Professional Awards are nominated by their peers, and a panel of independent judges has the incredible challenge of narrowing down the pool of applications and selecting a winner. If you were nominated, you should be proud of yourself and the work you do. And if you have an impressive young professional in your life, take time to celebrate them. Boise is a more remarkable community because of the selfless work they do each day. We have 2 finalists for each category, and since we are virtual, you get to hear from them in their own words. I will read an award category and then share a short video from each finalist. If you know any of the finalists or the winner for each category, give them a shout out in the comments. I know they're watching and they'd love to hear from you. Let's start with the Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. This award is presented to a young professional whose entrepreneurial courage, vision, innovation, and leadership in creating a successful business has made a positive impact on their community. Our finalists for the Young Entrepreneur of the Year are Leif Eljathun, the owner of Retrolux, Sprout Energy, and Safe Access, and Aiden David Callison from OneStone.
Hi, I'm Leif Elgathon, CEO and founder of Retrolux, and I've been nominated for the Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. I'm currently involved as founder and chairman of Safe Access, CEO and founder of Retrolux, and I'm also a volunteer with the YMCA, the Clean Tech Alliance, the Idaho Clean Energy Association, and I've previously been very involved with the Land Trust of the Treasure Valley. I'm really passionate about Boise, especially our startup and technology scene, and seeing it grow and companies be successful and all of the young people that are getting involved and growing a better community. I'm also really passionate about Boise's quality of life, our focus on sustainability, which is one of the biggest reasons that I really focus on clean energy as my primary business. I think it's really important that we continue to fight for climate change, that we continue to fight for sustainability and resiliency in our communities, and we'll continue to work on that both in my professional and personal life. I've been involved in BYP for quite a while, and I think it's a great organization that helps lots of young professionals network, learn how to be better professionals, learn how to start companies, learn how to be more involved in their communities. And it's really inspired me to learn from people that have come before me and others that have been very, very instrumental in the growth and success of our professionals here in Boise. Really excited to be a nominee this year and hope to inspire more people to get out there and make our community a better place and grow themselves professionally and personally.
Hello, my name is Aiden David Carlson, and I'm honored to be here and a finalist for this year's Young Entrepreneur of the Year. I currently work at OneStone, here where we try to make students better leaders and the world a better place, as well as I own a company called Adventures in Boise. I love fostering and creating unique and dynamic environments and experiences for people, and I'm so honored to be here today. Thank you.
And congratulations to the 2020 Young Entrepreneur of the Year, Aiden Callison. I know you're cheering at home, so I have my glass of wine here too. Cheers, Aiden. I'm super excited for you. We'd also like to recognize the Best Next Generation Workplace. This award is presented to an Idaho business that demonstrates a commitment to developing and retaining young professionals. These organizations foster a culture of mentorship and have a commitment to work-life balance. Our finalists for the Best Next Generation Workplace are Apex Leaders and IndieDwell. First, I'd like to share a bit about Apex Leaders. Apex Leaders is a fast-growing Boise-based company with 3/4 of their team between the ages of 21 and 34. They offer competitive pay, a beautiful downtown Boise office, attractive benefits, and some really cool reward trips to places like Sun Valley and Hawaii. Apex Leaders allows young professionals to learn by offering mentoring from tenured team members and helping them to attend business conferences or receive professional certifications. They also encourage their team members to get involved with their community by volunteering, joining nonprofit boards, or participating in BYP events. Let's also hear a bit from our other finalist, IndieDwell.
Hi, my name is Chris Blanchard, and I represent IndieDwell. We are nominated for the Best Next Gen Workplace. We're so pleased to receive this nomination because we pride ourselves on having a diverse and inclusive workforce. Our company builds modular, affordable housing that is durable, healthy, energy efficient, and sustainable. And for us, the why is about dignity. We believe that people across the income spectrum deserve not just adequate housing, but exceptional housing.
Both companies are so amazing. And the award for the Best Next Generation Workplace goes to Apex Leaders. Congratulations to your team and for your contributions to the community. Next up, we have the Young Professional of the Year Award. This award is presented to a young professional who has a history of leadership, demonstrates creativity and initiative, and has made a positive impact on their community. Our finalists for the Young Professional of the Year are Whitney Stuhlman from the Idaho Food Bank and Katie Gaston from Kewali.
Hi, my name is Whitney Stuhlman, and I work for the Idaho Food Bank. I am so honored to be nominated and chosen as a finalist for the Young Professional of the Year Award. As a young professional new to the city in 2016, the Boise community welcomed me with open arms. Since then, I have joined many different organizations where I've met so many individuals who have inspired me to go farther, do more, and continue to help change the community for the better.
My name is Katie Gaston, and I am the Senior Product Marketing Manager with Kewali. I am nominated for the Young Professional of the Year Award. I love to serve and make a difference, and within Kewali, I started about 7 months ago. My objective has just been to lay a really solid marketing foundation for our product, Kewali Build. Personally, I serve as the chair over the professional development work team with BYP, and BYP has just inspired me to be a better leader. Whether that's through the mentors I've met or serving alongside really impactful leaders in our community.
And the Young Professional of the Year Award for 2020 goes to Whitney Stuhlman. Whitney is a really amazing woman. She helped plan this awesome event. I'm so excited for you, Whitney. And I'm seeing the comments come in for Whitney, for Aiden, for Apex leaders. They're really amazing people and organizations. So congratulations. As you can see from these award finalists, there are some really amazing young professionals and organizations that support young professionals here in Boise. I'm not sure what you know about BYP, so I thought I would share a few numbers with you. Boise Young Professionals has over 1,800 members, and we represent over 300 Treasure Valley companies. That makes us one of the largest active young professional networks in the whole country. Next year will be the 15th anniversary of the launch of BYP, and it's amazing to see who has been involved for the last 15 years. For example, Northwest Nazarene University has been a presenting sponsor for this gala since 2009. Micron has been a program sponsor since 2010, and United Heritage Insurance has been a sponsor since 2017. If you look around your company and your friends, it's pretty likely there are some accomplished people who developed their career in part to Boise Young Professionals. We host over 50 programs and events each year. Creating and running so many programs is a lot of hard work, and it has been especially difficult this year to completely reimagine how we deliver our events in ways that are safe, but still provide value to you. Everything you see from BYP is done by volunteers. All of our events and all of our marketing is done by people who have families and separate day jobs. And yet, they manage to give back to you over 50 opportunities to meet new people and grow professionally. BYP would not be possible without the support of the Boise Metro Chamber Leadership Development Manager, Madison Warner, our 5 volunteer work teams, and our talented leadership team. The BYP leadership team has been at the forefront of the changes we've had to make. We had our leadership meeting this morning, and we decided we didn't like the word pivot. Instead, we like the word twirl. Our leadership team has definitely twirled to give back to you. I'd like to share a short video that introduces the BYP leadership team to you.
Hi everyone, Lauren Hamilton, your Boise Young Professionals past chair here, coming at you from my home office where I'm working for the Boise State University Alumni Association. I'm working from home to keep our Boise State community safe, and I'm so glad that you can join us from your homes tonight. Boise Young Professionals has been working for more than a decade to develop and retain a talented workforce in the Boise community by providing opportunities to connect, empower, and engage young professionals. That's all from me. Now I'd like to introduce you to our professional development work team leaders. The Pro Dev team works hard to empower Boise Young Professionals to develop skills, connections, and the confidence to become leaders in their own workplaces and in the community. Thanks Pro Dev team for everything you do, and I'm turning it over now to Katie, Dustin, and Stephanie.
My name is Katie Gaston, and I am the chair of the Professional Development Work Team. ProDev's objective is to ultimately grow. It's to grow our members professionally. It's to help them grow their professional networks. And ultimately, it's to help them grow into the leaders that can best serve our Boise community.
Hi, everyone. My name is Stephanie Johnson, and welcome to my living room. Boy, 2020 has been quite the year. We have had to rethink how we do a lot of our things, and you guys have definitely risen to the challenge. One team I would like to give a special shout out to is the community engagement team. You guys have rocked it. You can tell that you've worked really hard and you've tried to do everything you can to make sure we're connected to the community. Year after year, you do such amazing things, from the roundtable with the mayor, be voting, be on board, and this year I'm especially proud of you. Great job for all you've done. Cheers.
Hi everybody, I'm Caroline and I'm the chair of the Community Engagement Work Team. This is Wilson. As the Community Engagement Team, we work to just really get young professionals involved in the community and really try and connect with the community. So whether that's through monthly volunteer events, our Be Voting series where we get to learn a little bit more about government and what your vote means, and also Be On Board, in which you learn a little bit more about different organizations in the community and how you can get involved and what it takes to be a board member.
Hi everyone, my name is Brady Fuller and I'm the chair-elect for the Community Engagement Team. Next up is the Events Team.
Hi, I'm Brenna, the Events Team Work Chair. We on the Events Team love creating different opportunities for BY peers to connect and engage in the community. Cheers!
Hi, my name is Whitney, and I'm the chair-elect for the Events Work Team. Now I'd like to introduce you to my friends over on the Outreach Work Team, Melissa and Abe.
Hi, I'm Melissa Miller, and I'm the Outreach Work Team Chair. The Outreach Team exists to find opportunities to offer engagement and work-life balance for new members, for corporate sponsors, and just the community at large. So in addition to planning Be Balanced events and conducting 101s, we plan Operation Thank You to support our program sponsors, and we also reach out to new members. I really love being a part of BYP because I get to connect with a lot of different kinds of people that I wouldn't get to interact with through my job. And I'm exposed to a lot of opportunities, both professional and learning opportunities, volunteer opportunities. I get to learn about local policy, find out about like new businesses and things to do in the Treasure Valley, and just social opportunities in the community. So cheers.
Hi, I'm Aiden David Carlson, Outreach Chair-elect, and I have the privilege to introduce the Marketing and Communications Leadership Team.
I'm also the current chair for the Marketing and Communications Team for Boise Young Professionals, where it's our job to encourage young professionals to get engaged and utilize the services of BYP programs. We do this through teamwork, communication, and collaboration, and if you're not already a member, I would definitely recommend joining Boise Young Professionals and joining a team. It's the best way to get engaged. Enjoy your gala, and keep an eye out for our products hitting the stores soon.
Hi, I'm Katie Stallings with Chase Mixes Development. I am BYP's 2021 Executive Chair and the past chair of the Marketing and Communications team. I'd like to take a second to thank the volunteers that help run our programs and events. Without you, BYP wouldn't be as successful and as great as it is today. Now I'd like to introduce our at-large members. Thanks for all you do too. Cheers.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Young, the Executive Chair for Boise Young Professionals and a Business Relationship Officer with Idaho Central Credit Union. I'm here to introduce our program sponsors. Our program sponsors help us to keep all of our events going for you, our young professionals. Here are the program sponsor seats that get to join us on the BYP leadership team.
Balsam Brands loves BYP.
And we can't forget the Boise Metro Chamber.
Thanks for joining us tonight at our annual gala and celebration. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you next year.
I've been watching your comments come in. Aiden and Lindsay, couldn't agree with you more. Maddie is pretty amazing and we couldn't do it without her. And Lauren, I agree with you. We have a really amazing leadership team. I am so proud of all they've been able to accomplish this year. Now that you've met our leadership team, I'd like to take a minute to recognize a few standout volunteers from each of our work teams. These individuals take initiative and ask for more ways to get involved. Please join me in celebrating and congratulating our work team members of the year. The professional development team creates skill building opportunities for those looking to grow in their careers. Haley Mullins is the ProDev Work Team Member of the Year. Haley took the reins on overseeing our Be Schooled program and has created several memorable Be Schooled events. Katie Gaston, the chair of the ProDev Work Team, says that Haley is an absolute joy to work with. She is always energetic, creative, willing to laugh while working hard. She is a strong force to be reckoned with. Thank you, Haley, for your work. Next, the events work team plans most of our regularly occurring events. Marcus Santasteven with Idaho Central Credit Union is the events work team member of the year. Marcus has been a reliable team member. He planned our Be Connected events this year, which required some out-of-the-box thinking to implement new ways of having an event focused around networking. Marcus is always willing to help and a great asset to the events team. Marcus is also on my team at Idaho Central Credit Union, and I completely agree that he is an awesome person to work with. Our marketing and communication work team promotes BYP events and highlights the successes of BYP members in the greater community. Sierra White with Suds Creative by DRB Systems is an integral part of the Marcom work team. Sierra creates a huge portion of content that you see on the BYP social media platforms. Matt Jantz, the chair of the Marcom work team, says that Sierra is hungry and driven with a strong work ethic and appetite to contribute to any organization that she's a part of. Sierra is a rock star for sure. Next up, the outreach work team brings in new members and keeps existing members active. Rachel Flashbart is the outreach work team member of the year. Rachel is a newer work team member, but she has already jumped in and taken initiative this year. She has reached out to businesses to plan events and has led the BYP 101s. BYP is lucky to have such an engaged work team member like Rachel. Finally, our community engagement team helps coordinate volunteer and civic awareness activities for BYP. They're the group that you'll most often see doing good work in the Treasure Valley. Brady Fuller is the CE Work Team Member of the Year. Brady volunteers in many different ways in the community and ran for Boise City Council office in 2019 because he truly believes in making Boise a better place. In the middle of this year, in the middle of a pandemic, Brady stepped up into the CE team chair-elect position and has been instrumental in planning their events. Awesome job, Brady. I haven't been able to read the comments, but I know you're shouting out to people. These are some really amazing work team members. Joining a work team is the best way to get involved with BYP, and we love to see how our volunteers are giving back to you. A huge congratulations to each of the BYP work team members of the years. Cheers to you, and thank you for your hard work and dedication. Cheers. Raise a glass with me. Now, let's give away the last two Young Professional Awards. The Young Leader of the Year Award is presented to a young professional who has demonstrated initiative, taken on leadership roles in their community, and acted as a role model to those around them. Our finalists for the Young Leader of the Year are Cassidy Kirby of Boise Cascade Company and Ty Simpson with the Idaho Coalition Against Sexual and Domestic Violence.
Hello, my name is Cassidy Kirby and I work for Boise Cascade Company. This year, I am honored to be nominated for the Young Leader of the Year Award. I am a member of Boise Young Professionals, and I also coach cheerleading at Eagle High School. I am passionate about people and those that make up my community. I enjoy making connections with those living, learning, working, and playing here in Boise, Idaho. When asked what is my why, I would say it is to be composed, calm, and present in every situation so that I can share my humanity with others. Boise Young Professionals has shown me how much fun it can be to be involved in your community.
My name is the storyteller. In English, my name is Ty Simpson. I am a citizen of the Nimipu Nation, or Nez Perce tribe of Idaho. I am an organizer with the Indigenous Idaho Alliance. I am an advocate with the Idaho Coalition Against Sexual and Domestic Violence. I work toward radical liberation, equity, justice, and love for my community. I do this work to honor my ancestors, to honor my descendants, and to honor the land which gives life to us all. Katsiaoyao, thank you. Yohkalo, that is all.
And the award for the 2020 Young Leader of the Year goes to Ty Simpson. Ty, you are such an inspiration. Congratulations on your award. I wish we could celebrate in person. Our last Young Professional Award for 2020 is for the Young Citizen of the Year. This award is presented to a young professional whose extraordinary civic engagement, volunteerism, and public service has benefited the community. Our finalists are Whitney Stuhlman from the Idaho Food Bank and Victor Farrell of BRS Architects. Whitney says that community service and volunteering have been part of her life for as long as she can remember. She serves as the event lead for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life, as a board director for the Idaho Botanical Garden, and a member of the Boise Centennial Rotary Club. She is also on the leadership team for BYP and is super skilled at event planning. Let's also hear from Victor.
Hello everyone, my name is Victor Farrell. I'm a project manager at BRS Architects, and this year it is my honor to be nominated for Boise Young Citizen of the Year. I enjoy staying active. I am the president of the Idaho Latino Scholarship Foundation. I'm also the president of the University of Idaho Gold Alumni Group, graduates of the last decade, and I am an active member of the Boise Metro Chamber TIPS Group, the Game Changers. And last but not least, I have the honor of being the 2019 Boise Young Leader of the Year. I care about the community I call home. I care that the city grows, prospers, and is sustainable as we do our best to help the city grow. My why is because I want to be a positive influence on the people around me. That includes my family, my friends, and the members of this community. UAP has helped me so much because not only has it helped me become a better professional, a better member of this community. It helps me stay informed, it helps me stay educated, it helps me stay engaged, and I like connecting with like-minded people and growing my network and making new friends in that process.
And our winner for the Young Citizen of the Year for 2020 is Victor Farrell. Thank you for giving back to the community, Victor. And I see Leah has commented, she's so proud of you. I'm proud of you too. You do amazing work. Speaking of hard work, dedication, and ongoing support, we're going to round out today's presentation with our SAGE Award. The SAGE Award recognizes an individual for sustained positive contributions to the betterment of Boise's young professionals. This person is someone who makes a difference in the lives of the people around them. I cannot think of a better person to honor today. Senator Cherie Buckner-Webb is a small business owner, consultant, speaker, and a board member for numerous community organizations. She's the first African-American woman state legislator in Idaho and is an inspiration to young professionals to work hard and reach farther to achieve their full potential. Senator Buckner-Webb has led several BYP events. She has been a mentor in the Be Wise program, and just last week, she shared her political experience in our Be Voting series. Please join me in welcoming our 2020 SAGE Award winner, Senator Cherie Buckner-Webb.
Tell me when. Go. Good evening. It is my great honor to be with you this evening to join in the 14th Annual BYP Gala. This is indeed a hallmark moment. It is my joy to join BYP members, sponsors, and those who support them. We're here to honor you, young men and women who have taken purposeful action to develop and sharpen your personal and professional skills, to become fully engaged in your community, to build upon the strength, wisdom, and genius that is uniquely your own. We are here to encourage you as you look forward with enthusiasm to the opportunities and challenges of the future. We are here about bearing witness, honoring your accomplishments so far, and lifting you up as you go forward. The focus of our brief time today is you, Boise Young Professionals, and offering a bit of encouragement and counsel for your journey. The road will not always be easy. I've had the benefit of plenty of advice, some solicited and some not, but it's all helped me to make my way in the world. So I'm going to share a bit with you. Connect with other men and women in order to thrive. Forge strong, meaningful relationships, personal and professional. Recognize your uniqueness. Take time to renew your energy. From time to time, reground yourself in life's mission. How do you want to move through this life? Are you connected to your purpose? Do you know what your purpose is? Revive your sources of power. Power, ladies, I have to tell you this from time to time, is not a dirty word. It's a good thing. The goal is to understand how to identify and access your personal sources of power. What gives you strength, confidence, and competence? Is it more a state of mind? Is it an attempt to outmaneuver others? It is based on a vision and positive qualities. There's expert power, personal power, informational power, reward power, network power, positional power, resource power, physical power, influence, and more. Power speaks volumes. I recommend that you seize the opportunity for growth through your relationships with others, that your power might grow and that you connect with that power greater than yourself. There's nothing like collaborating within community. It includes vehemently disagreeing, challenging, compromising, supporting, growing, developing together. I'm here to tell you that it can't be done in a vacuum. Leaders instill in their people a hope for success and a belief in themselves. Positive leaders empower people to accomplish their goals. The goal is to identify your real life, not your fake life, not your Facebook life, but your real life. Notice your patterns. Tap into your talents and what gives you a sense of accomplishment. Come to understand wholeness, the integration of your personal, community, and professional self. Wholeness. It is important to look at how you live. How do you view the opportunities afforded to you through collaboration and colleagues? When better to understand your own journey than right now? What is the mutual benefit of relationships? Is it always a win or a lose? I win, you lose? Can it be a both and proposition? My answer is yes. How do you operate across difference? What assumptions do you make about competence, about intelligence, about leadership ability, about skills, about background? Attitudes, behaviors, and interactions can limit empowerment, and the success of men and women. Assumptions can mess you up. Hear me. Watch those assumptions. Yet another request from you. Learn the powerful lessons of those that came before you. You are the recipients of a powerful legacy from your foremothers and your forefathers and all those that came before. Don't sell them short. They got you here. They left for you stories of lessons they learned along the way. Oh, they were a force. They raised their voices. They spoke softly. They stepped forward boldly, and they moved stealthily. They negotiated. They stayed the course, even when they wanted to just run away. They made a difference, and with undeniable resolve, they served to make a way for you and for me. Those of whom I speak left a legacy of hope for a better tomorrow, of service, of responsibility, and of hope. It's not only important to appreciate the value of these gifts, but also to allow their sacrifice to serve as a mechanism to push you forward toward your highest potential. You, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, you will change the world. The world is moving at the speed of change, and you are at the wheel. You have access to concepts and tools and skills and realities that were unfathomable just a short time ago. You have the ability to reach the masses anywhere in the world with a cell phone. Who knew what a cell phone was just a short time ago? You have the capabilities to reach thousands with your fingertip. You can do great good, or you can choose to do otherwise. And with those skills and gifts and opportunities comes responsibility. Complacency is not an option. Your generation stands on the precipice of great change in the world. Ponder that. Ponder that. And you too will leave a legacy for the next generation. You have the power to choose what your legacy will be. One of achievement, of service to humanity, of duty, of joy, of laughter, of caring, of love. What will your legacy be? And hear me tonight. You can do nothing, and yet you will still leave a legacy. It is clear that you, as do we all, have a charge to keep. In the vernacular of my cultural context, that means work that is uniquely and specifically meant for you. You must meet the challenges that come before you, as passivity is inexcusable at this time. Today, I encourage you to listen to and receive that personal call to action and excellence. You have received, let me say it again, you have received your inheritance. You must now ensure that the power of that legacy is nurtured and allowed to flourish and grow and develop so that you can share it with others and the next generation. And again, discover your purpose. You already know that in order to identify and best use your talents, you must understand how to thrive, how to live lives of energy and joy. It takes some work. I want to encourage you to move from striving to thriving. So, waiting for someone to tell you what to do, that was then. Networking, studying the issues, getting ready, that's now. Fearing and dreading change, that was then, and envisioning the possibilities, that's now. Waiting for him, her, them to do it, that was then. Now is stepping up, doing the same thing the same way then, innovating, creating, collaborating, that's now. Criticizing then, contributing now, waiting for the answer then, answering the questions now, wishing for a better day then, now, getting busy. Back then we were trying, now we're doing, staying silent back then, speaking our truth today, striving, now let's get to thriving. Develop the mindset and get busy. Frederick Buechner, an American writer, novelist, poet, autobiographer, he was a preacher and a theologian, defines purpose as this way: the point at which your great joy, hear this, your great joy intersects with the world's great need. Now, I don't want to mislead you. You have worked hard to get where you are today. You've studied and prepared and sacrificed and lost sleep. But know that difficult times will arise, and yet again they will arise. And there will be challenges and obstacles, and there will be problems. Consider them, I know you're going to laugh. My mom used to tell me this, and I went, really? Consider them opportunities. Don't waste time. If the bridge is out and you need to get over to the other side, get a boat, secure a plane, dial a friend, get busy. If you find there is trouble in the way, you can sit there and fret yet again, or you can tap into the sources of your power. In my tradition, we call for help, and then we send up a praise. How I got over, yes, I got over. You know that my soul looks back and wonders how I got over. That's my praise song. Indeed, you have a charge to keep. That specific work that is yours alone, that purposeful action, each and every one of you here today in your own special and unique way, I keep saying unique so you know what I'm talking about, is called upon to do your work, to honor your inheritance, and to leave your legacy. Just imagine the possibilities. As you leave this place today, I encourage you to listen, to receive your call to action, your call to distinction. I also encourage you to pay attention and take time to revive, rejuvenate, re-energize, so that you might walk in wholeness as you embark upon new endeavors and meet new opportunities. Pay mind to your own life, to your own health and wholeness. A bleeding heart is of no help to anyone if it bleeds to death. I really like Frederick Buechner. That's his too. As you share your talents and gifts, you educate, edify, empower, and in doing so, you endow the future. I ask that you step forward courageously to bring forth your best, for you see, you are a force in this world. I ask you to just take a moment to reflect. Think back to those mothers and fathers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, and nosy neighbors who dared to dream of a day like today where we can come together, take time from the rigors of the daily to contemplate, to commune, to celebrate with one another. Think of how you exemplify their values and how you will endow the future. It's clear that you indeed have a charge to keep. The possibilities before you are endless. Endless. It's time to go a little higher. Just a little higher. I urge you to continue to dream and dream big and envision the life that you desire, the life that you deserve. So keep on keeping on. Even when you get weary, get on up and do it again. And if you slow down, and if you will be still from time to time, and if you will listen, and if you will hear, if you will listen, you will hear. If you listen, you will hear the answers. You will acknowledge your purpose, and if you are wise, you will live the life that you are meant to live, that you are destined to live, that you were called to live. Know that everything you have done to this point has brought you to this place, and it matters. And yet it's a new day. Complacency is not an option. Today is the day. Now is the time. Take definitive action. Change the conversation. Create a new dialogue. Improve the perception. Share your message. Walk with power, with passion, and purpose. I have 8 critical leadership skills that I'd like you to pull into your sphere. The first one is to take courage. Courage to see and speak the truth. Courage to create and champion a vision. Courage to persevere and hold the course. Courage to collaborate, and here's the hard part, and rely on others. Integrate head and heart. Value both of them, your head and your heart. Balance intellect with emotional maturity and the ability to empathize and connect with others. Be aware of your own blind spots and your growing edges. Recognize how your presence, pay attention, not how they affect you, but how your presence affects others. Listen We all do a whole lot of talking and very little listening. I want to encourage you to listen a little more. Fully hear those perspectives different than your own. Did you hear me? Hear those perspectives different than your own, except that their viewpoints, others' viewpoints, are valid. Well, at least they are to them. They are to them, but you should listen. Step out of debate mode and conversation when the goal is to have a conversation for collaboration. Don't debate. Balance key paradoxes, challenge and support. Balance them. It's not either or, it's and both. Group, individual, different, sameness. I'm responsible, it's not my fault. Leverage ambiguity and turbulence. Accept complexity and ambiguity as a constant reality. Life is both simple and complex. Embrace this paradox. Manage difficult conversations. Initiate and engage in direct, here we go, honest and timely conversations without blame in order to maximize partnerships and success. Acknowledge immediately when something is not working and stop doing it. In listening to others, recognize when you are observing behavior and when you're adding your own interpretation to the behavior. You know, we can kind of throw stuff in, we're hearing and we're throwing our own stuff in. Just stop it. Don't collude with your own stereotypes about other people. Number 7 is seeing and thinking systemically. Understand that we all have a part of, and we may be part of different social identity groups, and that affects both our experience of the world and how we see others. Know that culture is created in part by shared assumptions embedded in groups of people. Know that assumptions create dynamics of inclusion, and they can do the same. They can create dynamics of exclusion. Continuously seek to understand and interpret those dynamics in order to create a more equitable and just environment. And finally, be an agent of change. Know how to respond to resistance to change and how to effectively support complex organizational change. Leadership is enhanced when we embrace the chaos that comes with change and when we understand that the feelings, I said feelings of people experienced during change is critical. And so I ask again that you honor those who came before you and who left you a legacy, and that you leave a legacy, that you tell the stories that make the history of struggle and accomplishment real for you. Leave that for the next generation. Challenge them, support them, but make sure they know the story. It's critical. Tell them about the journey from dream to purpose, and be clear, you can't do it all alone. You need others. And finally, just before I go, I want to give you a present from me. It's Cherie's 7-Ups. The first one is stand up. Commit to excellence. Be loyal to yourself, to the team, to the mission, to your family, to the organization. Number 2 is show up. Be there, attending fully, dependably, participating, representing. Number 3 is to speak up. Find your voice. Use it effectively. Speak plainly and concisely. Concise is important to me. Think, speak, and walk excellence. Number 4 is shut up. Know when to be still and listen. Know that listening is not only an art, but it's also an invaluable skill that sometimes takes practice, and more practice. Number 5 is to make up. Reconciliation will be necessary in your lifetime, often in your lifetime. There are no perfect relationships among human beings. Demonstrate compassion, demonstrate caring, because humanity cannot survive without it. And occasionally you'll have to stop what you're doing and re-up. Periodically take the time to recommit, review the purpose, seek clarity, and obtain good counsel as needed. And finally, number 7 is look up. Find that power greater than yourself and seek strength and direction. And if you're bold enough to ask the questions, to be vulnerable, to be courageous, and if only you set expectations for your lives that will allow endless possibilities, and if you have the vision, and if you dream big, then make a plan and are purposeful, I believe with a decision, some sweat, determination, and grit, you can indeed have it all. Not all at once, but you can have it. And if it is truly what you want, you can make it happen. Every day without fail, when you are challenged and stretched, when you are frustrated beyond belief, or when you are on your game and you can hit every one of those high notes, move on, or hitting or doing your best work. Know that you are powerful. I say this again. You are powerful beyond belief. I wish you joy, so much joy for your journey. Thank you. My goodness, thank you.
Thank you for your contributions to BYP.
My joy. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yep. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. You got a great guy there, girl.
Thank you. Cherie is really amazing. I love her. I know you guys do. I've been watching your comments. Thank you for your contributions to BYP, Cherie. Congratulations and cheers to all of tonight's winners. And thank you for watching the 2020 BYP Annual Gala. Thank you to Northwest Nazarene University, Micron, and United Heritage Insurance for sponsoring this event. I want to thank the BYP program sponsors. They are our biggest supporters. And thank you to our corporate sponsors that provide their employees with free memberships. Our media sponsor is the Idaho Statesman. Don't forget, the annual Professional Development Day is coming up. It will be November 10th this year. I also want to say a personal thank you to Madison Warner, the Leadership Development Manager with the Boise Metro Chamber. Maddie has been endlessly supportive throughout this difficult year. She has been a friend, sometimes a counselor, and always a true professional. I know I couldn't have survived this year without her support, and I'm tearing up. Thank you, Maddie. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good night. Cheers.